Arizona Republican Senate candidate Kari Lake suggested to reporters they might want to arm themselves in the run-up to the fall election, to supporters, I should say.
Carrie Lake is easily one of the worst, most despicable people to come out of the MAGA movement, along with people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert. She belongs in that same camp, and she's really been on one this week. She told her supporters at a rally that they should have a Glock ready in their waistband for the 2024 election, whatever that means. She also implied that Hillary Clinton wants her dead. Number one, I doubt Hillary Clinton knows who Kari Lake is. Number two, if she does, I doubt she cares about Kari Lake. Kari Lake keeps pushing this conspiracy theory that the Clinton crime family goes around and murders people with impunity, but this is just a complete conspiracy theory. The funniest thing is, the most ironic part is, maybe not funny, but Donald Trump is the one who wanted to execute certain generals, who talked about mobilizing the National Guard and making the streets bloody. I have a clip of Kari Lake talking about Hillary Clinton, and then right after that, I'm going to play a clip of Fox News being debunked by MSNBC. It's going to be hard to listen to Kari Lake speak, but it'll be worth it. Just stick around. Make sure you leave a like and play the clip.
And it's almost comical that Hillary Clinton is talking about Trump wanting to kill his opponents. I just want to say, as I'm speaking about this topic, I want everyone out there to know that my brakes on my car have recently been checked and they work. I'm not suicidal. And Hillary, I don't mean any harm to you. Please don't send your henchmen out to me. We understand what you're about.
Right. And what's the left doing? Hillary Clinton's comments, like taking the most extreme portrayal of him, which, by the way, Joe Scarborough made similar comments saying Trump said he'd execute generals. He never said that.
General Mark Milley is leaving his post when his term expires next month. Milley, of course, was first appointed by then President Trump, who has since soured on him. And over the weekend, Trump effectively said that Milley should be executed for treason. I'm not making that up. That's not an exaggeration. That's what he suggested. Over some spurious allegations, Milley spoke to Chinese leaders about Trump's mental fitness. Now, what Milley actually did was reach out to his Chinese counterpart under the direction of the Secretary of Defense, which is civilian, to make sure that Donald Trump's desperate coup attempts and erratic lashing out didn't lead to a war with nuclear-armed China. And thank God he did that.
Again, it's all projection with MAGA. They push this idea that Hillary Clinton is some murderous monster, but then when Donald Trump uses rhetoric about murdering people, they just push that rhetoric to the side. But if you had any doubts about Kari Lake being an absolute grifter, we can dispel those doubts right now. 2 days ago, NBC News posted this article saying Kari Lake says, unfortunately, Arizona isn't enforcing 1864 abortion ban, flipping again. The Senate candidate supported the 19th century ban in 2022, came out against it this month, and now appears to be backing it again in a new interview. She just says whatever she has to get by. She wants to cultivate this fan base within the MAGA cult so she can propel her career and maybe make it into the House or the Senate or whatever she's been running for. She's ran for a few positions. But I also want to play this clip of her talking about keeping a Glock in case they lose the 2024 election. And keep in mind, we know the MAGA fan base is already prone to violence. I mean, we saw this on January 6th. We know that Donald Trump can incite them using his inflammatory and apocalyptic rhetoric, and now Kari Lake is doing the same thing. We see Marjorie Taylor Greene do the same thing as well. I saw Marjorie Taylor Greene speak in person when I was attending a rally for a video, and she said that the Democratic Party is the party of pedophiles. She loves to incite hate and violence, but play this clip.
Next 6 months is going to be intense, and we need to strap on our, let's see, what do we want to strap on? We're going to strap on our seatbelt. We're going to put on our helmet, or your Carrie Lake ball cap. We are going to put on the armor of God. And maybe strap on a Glock on the side of us just in case. You can put one here and one in the back or one in the front, whatever you guys decide. Because we're not going to be the victims of crime. We're not going to have our Second Amendment taken away. We're certainly not going to have our First Amendment taken away by these tyrants.
Nobody is coming for your First Amendment rights or your Second Amendment rights. I remember Obama saying, nobody wants to take away your guns. Democrats aren't going to burst in your house and rip your guns out of your hand. That is not the goal. There is no sitting Democrat that wants to ban all guns. It's about having common sense gun laws that allow us to minimize the amount of deaths that happen, because America does have a unique problem with gun violence compared to other developed countries. But this is besides the point. I can't think of a single Democrat that uses this inflammatory rhetoric that we see coming from people like Carrie Lake, from Marjorie Taylor Greene, from the big guy himself, Donald Trump. MAGA is going to implode on itself at the rate they're going. I mean, even in the House, we're seeing this massive division, and it's beautiful, it's scary, all at the same time. My name is Mockler. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment a blue heart, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Most importantly, have a good day yourself.